What's up, everybody? Welcome to another cast. This is going to be a Let's Attack versus Korean Mechanics. These are going to be the Tier 2 games from the semi-finals from last week. And I am joined here by iRk-Supperman, who you all know.
Hey,
Hey, hey.
hey, glad to be here. Looking forward to cast some Tier 2 games now.
As you
I know
know,
a few of these players, so gonna be very interesting to see how they did.
yeah, exactly. And as you know, Superman is a Tier 0 player, so actually knows the matchups a little bit better than me. So
We'll see.
Let's see. This is going to be a fun cast. And by the way, guys, if the levels are off, the sound levels, just let us know, and I can adjust them because we've done only a short test to see if the sound levels are okay. But I think they should be okay. But let us know otherwise. And
yeah, please let us know about the voices. I'm still a bit new to casting, so I'm not sure about my mic setup just yet. So please let us know.
Yes. I've got a slide here for this week's maps. Let's just have a quick look at that. So, I actually cast yesterday, and I had a quick look at these maps as well. And we've got what we've got here is like we've got a 4-player map, and then a 3-player map, and then a 2-player map. And I'm wondering what your thoughts are on these maps, and just in general, like the amount of players for a map. Like, do you like 4-player maps more? Or do you like more the 2-player maps, like the more dynamic ones?
Right. So a lot of variety in this pool. Sometimes we have two 2-player maps or two 4-player maps. This time we have one of each player amount. I personally kind of like 2-player maps because I get to dictate the flow of the game a bit, especially in PvT. It can be a bit tricky in mirror matchups because it really just becomes a very straight up game in a sense that there's no room for spawning luck like on the other configurations, but we'll see here. Polypoid, very standard map. I think that's a good comfort pick for players to get started on for this series.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I kind of like the 2-player maps. They're just a little bit faster. Maybe it kind of fits my playstyle a little bit as well. I'm a little bit more someone who just likes the micro and get in your face very early.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we'll see what these games are going to look like on these maps. Let me just see if I can load up the first game here. Hold on just a second. Okay, I've got the first map loaded up.
Right.
So the first map is going to be Blobfish versus Schemo, our caster friend. And let's just get into it. Alright, in the top right corner we've got Schemo, the Protoss.
Right, and in the bottom right corner, in the magenta Zerg, for Lettuce Attack, we've got Blobfish.
Yeah, and Blobfish is a really strong player, I have to say.
Right, I've met Blobfish a couple of times on the ladder. Definitely a player not to be underestimated. Quite strong. Usually a pretty standard play style. Definitely no slouch in CVP. Schemo, of course, our resident caster here. Looking forward to see what he can offer in this game here. So looks like we'll be going for an expansion, I believe, out of Schemo, although you can never really be sure with this guy. But at least the first pylon is in the natural.
I have a feeling that maybe the music is a little bit high. Let me see if I can turn it down a little bit.
Right.
Oh, actually, I can turn it down further.
And from Blobfish,
I'll turn the audio up just a little bit then.
Okay, and from Blobfish here, we do have an Overlord. This looks like a hatchery first, and let's see if it's 11 hatch or 12 hatch. We do have the gateway coming out of Schemo here. Unfortunately, won't get the first scout, but might see the Overlord to inform where the Zerg is. And we do have that 11 hatchery coming out of blobfish.
Yes, and this is a nice opening, I think. It's an opening that kind of signals that both these... Schemo kind of wants to get into your face with a couple of zealots, but blobfish is not worried. Just wants to play a macro game, I think.
Right. The nice thing also about the 11 hatch is, well, first you can get the hatchery down against a early probe scout. You're more likely to get it down, but you also get the larva just a little bit quicker. So you can get a little bit more links out once you realize that this is a gateway expand, and they have seen the gateway now, so they should be able to adjust their build accordingly.
Yeah, those zealots are really not that scary anymore if you got a couple of links out ahead of time.
Right, it depends also if Schema is going to be aggressive. Looks like he's keeping the first zealot at home at least. Let's see if this will be a nexus after 2 zealots or after 3 zealots. If they choose to move out, or if they choose to just play this defensively, which is definitely an option with the gateway expand build as well. Meanwhile, blobfish going for the 3rd hatchery and then the gas, which I believe is more common against the gateway opener. The 3rd is at the mineral only. Do you have any thoughts on what that can signal from the Zerg player? What if this will be Hydras or if this will be a lair build?
Well, it's at the moment I think it's still hard to say. You don't really need your 3rd gas.
The scout goes down, unfortunately.
Oh, I didn't notice that actually. Where did it go down? Oh, I see. It went down the main. Yeah, that went actually really quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this can get a bit scary actually.
Yeah, because this is this natural's wide open right now.
Right. Do have a forge.
Do you think maybe he wants to? I guess you can't block the ramp because you don't want to get these links to get into the natural and start attacking this nexus, and you don't have enough zealots to block the ramp while another zealot attacks them. So
you could try and use the zealots and probes to block the ramp, but then the links get a lot of area. The links do get in now. Now you do have to block the ramp for it.
Yeah, this is
a
really
worse situation if they get into the main. But now this pylon is under attack here. We do have a 4th zealot coming out. The 4 zealots can fight this, but
I don't see any more links being made though.
For us. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, behind us we do have a Hydra then, so we're not seeking to get to all in off of links here. But of course, this can set the progress back quite a bit and make the Hydra follow-up all the more scary.
Yeah, this looks like a very good moment to go into a Hydra bus, to be honest.
Right. Also with how this 2nd pylon was placed now, it does limit a bit the surface area to build cannons against the Hydras.
That's true.
If Skimo even realizes that this is going to be a Hydra bus.
Is it possible this wall is maybe like 1 hex off? Is that possible? It looks a bit cramped to me somehow.
You can't, I believe. Maybe you could place the gateway 1 hex further to the left here.
Yeah, that's
although
what I
do find this spawn a bit tricky because it does leave a lot of area at the top there, kind of no matter how I sim it. But maybe the gateway could be 1 more hex towards the left. The links in the main do get cleared out here, but we have a Stargate and a cannon going down. No follow-up scout, I believe. So Skimmo playing in the dark here, and we have actually a few more links. In addition to now, Hydra speed is done, Hydra range on the way. The first Hydra's moving across the map. The Zealots moving out. Although, I do not believe...
Yeah, this is a very fearless move out, by the way.
This move out wants to force links and then back off, or... It seems like they're just going to engage each other here.
And that doesn't seem like a good idea to me.
Yeah,
because once you lose these zealots, you have absolutely nothing to buffer for the Hydras that are going to be coming out.
Skimo now trying to build cannons, 2nd one going up, but...
Yeah, but it's like you said, there's very little room at the moment.
Right. Back at home, Skimo doesn't have additional gateways here just yet. Went for that Stargate and Citadel tech. Now the Hydras are outside the natural. Range is almost done, a few more seconds left, and then these Hydras can start chopping away.
But there's not that many Hydras, to be honest. Oh, but the Lynx get on
No,
top of
but
the
now
cannon.
there's only one cannon. The Lynx get a lot of good surface area here.
Oh, that's the only cannon that was active at the moment, but
Right.
it
The
still
cells clear up the rest. This
it
is a
still
big
doesn't
cell.
quite look like he has enough Hydras though.
No, behind this we do see drones coming out, so this is not a fully committed all-in here. Trying
Yeah.
to pick away at the front of the wall though. The +1 upgrade was, I believe it was cancelled or maybe not restarted. It's not spinning right now, so even then, I'm not sure if they'll be able to deny the +1 at this point. This is a lot of zealots. Now we have an additional hatchery going down. First Corsair is out. Does see no lair tech just yet. And also sees further drones from blobfish. So Skimo should realize that this is not a complete all-in.
Yeah, definitely. He did make an absolutely load of cannons though, which is a lot of money to spend.
Yeah, each cannon does delay the gateway flood here, which Skimo would want to be able to push out against the top. Also, there's a cannon in the main. Of course, it is difficult to assess how committed the Zerg really is when you don't have Corsair or Probe Scout or anything out on the map. You kind of have to. You do usually want like at least 4 cannons, and then okay, now we have 5, which is like, it's not insanely overcommitted, but it is maybe a bit much here. But let's see how this game will transition when Skimo is able to get up the gateway count and Storm Tech to get out on the map again.
Yes. Meanwhile, see the Corsairs trying to hit some Overlords, not really getting much done.
No, not
There's
able
actually
to get any
nothing,
kills yet.
No.
Does see the 4th base going down though.
Yes.
Further signaling that blobfish is just macroing hard here, already ahead in drones. And now getting that lurker aspect.
Yeah, and it's to get back to what you were asking earlier about whether you take the mineral only base or whether you take one of the 9 o'clock or the 6 o'clock base. It's
right.
When you're starting out, you don't really have that much of a need for gas right away. Even if you try to go for early mutas, you have enough just with your natural extractor and your main extractor.
Right.
So it's a kind of a nice base to take. It's a little less. It's a little bit easier to defend with units, and you can make a good SimCity there.
Ground.
It's when you have that other base that's taking as the 4th base right now. You can attack that with zealots from both sides, and you may not. Yeah, you may not have units there right at that moment.
We have a bit of a move out here from the Protoss player. One storm did go down, however, this Templar now. Oh, another storm mostly hits the zealots though, unfortunately. One Templar did go down, the other one stays alive.
Yeah, so I think that storm actually did more damage to the zealots than to the Hydras.
Definitely. They all lost a bunch of their shields. I don't think any of them actually went down though.
Yeah, that's
Behind this, we do have Skimo going into goon range now, beginning to build goons. I'm noticing though, okay, +1 is about 60% done here for the Protoss player, so should match the Zerg's upgrades. Oh, Hydra's coming in here now.
Oh, this is a batting.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice pick off. Very nice pick off.
Indeed, and the first lurkers are being morphed now. So I do not think that Skimo can get much more done with this Zealot Templar move out.
Yes, I agree. When the lurkers are out, you need to tech up, you need to get goons.
Right. We do have the Robo coming now as well. And a probe moving up to 12 o'clock, probably looking to take a 3rd base here.
Yes.
Bit of a move out from our Zerg player here. One group of Hydra and a few lurkers, maybe looking to catch Protoss off guard before the Observer is out. But this is a pretty light contain all in all. This group of Hydra can be picked off, especially with one good storm. Really, it's just going to be this one lurker here, denying the Protoss for a bit, unless they choose to commit with storms. Oh, and the storm misses, unfortunate, very unfortunate.
That's unfortunate, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, if you don't tell immediately where the lurker spine came from, it is possible to miss like that. Okay,
that one does hit, at least.
Oh,
double storms it even, yeah.
3 storms now. That's very unfortunate now. Like each storm there could have been on a group of Hydras instead, so this really reduces the firepower of the
Yes.
Protoss army.
At the same time, he sees that there are not that many Hydras out right at this moment, so maybe it's not so bad.
Indeed, but Zerg is really building up their eco behind this. We have 5 already, and
these Templars look very free.
Oh, Templar being picked up here. Really
this is so much value.
Yeah, sure, some Hydras.
Is he gonna get that last one?
Oh,
no, just
barely
doesn't get
barely
it.
survives, barely survives.
Yeah, that's a lot of value.
Zerg will be happy to trade like that. Not even a full control group of Hydra for those Templar pickups.
Yes. And look at how many cannons he made. Oh, I was just about to say the same thing, yeah.
Yeah, right. So this third base, once we do transfer over some workers, there should be safe for quite a while until we get into swarm tech, really. So Skimmel can keep his economy going, but not transferring just yet. Should try to get onto that. We do have a bit of a move out on Skimmel, but this is not...
Blobfish is actually supply locked right now.
Yeah, Blobfish did get an Overlord pick off here. Okay. Hydra's coming in for maybe some Templar once again. Has been doing that consistently. And
yeah, you don't really want to attack up there.
I like Blobfish's position a lot. We are at Hive Tech. We have a good well, we have an even worker count with Protoss getting Adrenaline. We have, what is it?
Oh, look at this.
Double Evo chamber.
Probe line being caught by these Hydras.
Probe transfer being caught out.
Yeah, I think he only caught three probes though, so it wasn't that bad, but...
Most of them get through. Okay, these Hydras are gonna see now that...
These Hydras are gonna get
shredded.
A lot of
cannons here. Hydras do shred cannons quickly though. But they will be cleaned up eventually. And now...
Yeah, what is Protoss' intentions here? Like, oh my god. He notices that there's very few units here, but there's enough lurkers.
But this is pure zealous against a lurker sunken area. You can't do this. That's a lot of zealots being let off, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate, yeah.
I'd say Protoss needs upgrades here. Zerg is getting into links and already has 1 Carapace. Has Adrenal done, I believe, and is getting further upgrades while Protoss is stuck on 1-0. So these Zerglings will trade very efficiently soon once Blobfish decides to go into that. But still sticking with the Hydras for now, which is fine. In high numbers, Hydras can still do very well against this Protoss army. And it seems to me like Blobfish's macro is outscaling the Skimmel just a little bit right now. Getting some lurkers now, but Protoss runs from it. Big storm on the Hydras actually, really bringing a lot of value to that. Zealot did get let off. The Observer goes down and now Protoss has to knock off. Templar being sniped. It's really
I was just thinking like that Protoss army that was sitting outside of Blobfish's third base, it doesn't really look very big. I mean,
no, it doesn't.
He had about 140 supply or something, but I was wondering where all his supply was, because it didn't look very big.
Yeah, Protoss really wanted to kind of keep a big depth altogether, and now kind of let it off into that attack, and now Blobfish going for the counter here. Hydras getting good trades, some more lurkers coming in, and Skimmel just taps out. GG.
GG.
Blobfish taking a convincing game 1 here, I have to say. Yeah. So
see if I can adjust the score.
Right.
So let's say 1-0 for Blobfish.
Right.
Yeah, I was actually thinking the same thing. FridgeRaider says I need to raise your voice a little bit.
Okay.
We'll see if I can do that right now. Just a second. And let's see if I can turn the game audio down a little bit.
Yeah, I'll raise myself in Discord just a little bit too.
Just a little bit, because I already raised you a little bit, so...
Okay. How do I sound now? If anyone in the chat...
Getting a message from Zoom saying, make sure you stream the maps in the right order. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we'll try. We'll try. I can't promise
that can
anything.
happen. That can happen.
All right, let's see. Game 2.
Okay. That should be Sylphid, right?
That is Sylphid, yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into it.
Schemo saying it's Desagi.
I'm an unbiased caster. I'm not going to comment on that.
Does it sound better now? Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, in the top spawn, we've got Schemo.
And in the bottom right, we have Zerg, blobfish.
Just Zerg. Just call him Zerg. This Desagi person.
Right. So, Sylphid, liked by many, disliked by some. Not in the ladder pool, but we've had it now in the CPL season. It has been played a lot before. Players have gotten more familiar with it if they weren't already. What's your thoughts on the map here in this matchup?
Well, you know, it's kind of hard to say because the other day I was thinking about how I've only played one Protoss this entire season.
Oh, really?
And that was in week 2, and I think we did not play on this map.
Right, I see. Okay. Personally, I find it a bit difficult for Protoss to take like a third, which I'm happy with. Either of the close thirds feel a bit suboptimal, and then the high ground one is kind of far away. But I think it's definitely a playable map. We do see a 9 pool here from blobfish, I believe. Let's see, is this going to be? Will this be 9 pool gas? No, it's just
he is canceling.
trick. Yeah, so this will be a hatchery later on and going into macro, I presume. Definitely a good way to mix it up in the series, to go for that 9 pool, force Protoss, to be honest. We do see the gateway again from Skimmo.
Yeah, that signals his intentions. He's really interested in just getting his zealot out and getting in his opponent's face.
Right. Now, it is a bit tricky on Sylphid, though. Like, normally you want the gateway towards the right, I believe, but of course on Sylphid there is that unbuildable part, like in the very rightmost part of the wall.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm not super confident like about gateway expand walls on Sylphid, but I think you would still want the gateway to the right so you can put a forge to the left of it. Either way, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, the first links are just out, and they're not being rallied right away, but they are going right now.
Yeah,
this probe is just going to see them.
Skimmo got the second scout, but does see the links, does confirm that. The links going across, not chasing the probe. So now needs to defend at home, pulling probes to the choke, sending the zealot back.
Yeah.
We do have a drone coming out now to take that third hatchery at the fake high ground. This is not a real high ground, but the links actually do turn back.
Yes.
Bit of a fake up, maybe looking to catch the probe instead.
Yeah, maybe he's planning on doing something very aggressive after this.
Yeah, and this did force a forge before Nexus here out of Skimmo and 3
nice
probes
catch.
not mining. And does catch the scouting probe, so already, despite going without even getting damage at the natural, just the economic damage here to Skimmo's build is not minimal. It's quite substantial, I would say, although this will keep Skimmo safe, I believe.
Yeah, it's still tricky though, because these links are going to come up now. They're going to be able to run in.
Links are coming in. The cannon, it has been started. Oh, the
cannon is completely naked.
Area on the cannon. The cannon will go down there, going for the pylon. We do have a third zealot on the way. Links running past though. Oh, this is a tough position. Fortunately, no speed here. More links being made, so...
Yeah, and a lair is already on the way, by the way.
Yeah, lair is on the way, more links being made, so this could turn into a Lingolin, but...
Yeah, it could actually turn into a Muta switch after this.
Yeah, or that, definitely. If the links do a lot of damage and delay the Protoss build, then... I mean, gas hasn't even been started here. Probe goes down. Tough position here for Skimmo to be in. Oh,
yeah,
not a probe being focused. Okay, pulls away. But yeah, the core has been started, but there's no gas. So if this this Muta timing might be really strong behind this, unless Skimmer. We do have the cannon going up though in the main, both to help force the links away and can also help deal with early mutas.
Could he actually focus this cannon down? Look at that.
He can. The Zealots are
it dies so quickly.
Oh, probes being pulled, but cannon does go down, and this delays the mining even further. Natural is done,
and more links are coming up, by the way. But I think he's going to try to catch the cannon. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Cannon. Well, this is unfortunate. I am noticing though a lot of idle larvae behind this for blobfish. Now they do have the money for a spire here, but if this has hurt their own eco just a bit as well. Okay, now the spire starting. This could still be a good Muta timing, and these links are still being annoying here. A lot of value.
I think there's only one left right now.
Yeah, let's see. Should probably be able to get a cannon up now finally at natural.
He just sends it home.
Yeah. And this is tricky. Skimmel on 19 probes behind this at 530. That's a really tough position for Protoss.
Yeah.
The economy has been so hurt, even though Zerg's economy a bit rough too, but still definitely a better position for the Zerg player here.
Yeah, Zerg actually on 24 workers right now.
Yeah, not really mining much from the natural. I'm not sure. I assume they want... Okay, Stargate just goes down, but the Spire is already almost finished. Really, you would blindly have to assume that this is going to be Mutas and make additional cannons here to survive. If Zerg goes for committed all-in, I feel like.
Yeah, there's just one in the main and one in the natural.
Right. And we have the 5 Mutas, the classic number, coming here now.
Yes.
Second gas on the way and a creep colony. No further hatcheries or hydro dens. So I think this is going to be heavy Muta play going forward. Some links as well.
Yeah, I think this might actually work.
Yeah.
Unless there's more cannons right now.
Stargate just finishes, but the Mutas also pop right away, so they might be able to get their...
Yeah, he should rally them over right now. Yeah.
Okay, now the Mutas heading over. Let's see. I mean, either way, it will just be one Corsair and a cannon here by the time the Mutas get here. Tough position. And further Mutas being made, so Blobfish sensing the blood in the water here. Going for the natural, can get some probe damage here. Corsair is out. Yeah, and now the Mutas going for the harassment. No further Corsair production just yet. Okay, now get started, but really you need the constant production, and I think another cannon in the main as well, just to survive here.
Yeah, he's gonna pick off so many probes.
Yeah, the probes now being pulled away. Zealots moving out, looking to get some counter damage. We do have creep colonies, but Sunken's not... Okay, now one Sunken being more.
And the links get in, because all the Zealots are out.
Yeah,
they're gonna focus down this one cannon.
The Mute is not actually focusing anything right now, but the Link's getting a lot of damage. Now the Zealots do get on top of the drones here at the third, going for the Sunken actually. Drones trying to drill, the Links do come out, the Sunken does go down. I think while the Zealots do get good damage here, the Mutas, there's just no answer for them right now.
Yeah, you don't mind losing this mineral-only third, or it's actually not a mineral-only, but you don't mind losing this third as Zerg. You do mind losing your natural as Protoss.
Yeah, now second Sunken going up here. The Zealots just focusing on killing this third hatch. But I think this is still a much better position for the Zerg player.
Yeah, there's another cannon going up in the main, but this natural is now in breach, and you can get additional links in here.
Yeah, further mutas being made, air characters as well. Now, if the Corsair count does get high enough, they can start to... Okay, now Corsair against Mutified here. A lot of splash damage actually on these mutas. No Corsair going down, two of them very low HP. So the mutas actually being forced back here. This is rough. Scourge being built only now. At this Corsair count, Scourge would be very effective. The Corsairs can't one-shot them. So if the Scourge do come out here, then they can turn this air battle in the favor of the Zerg once again. But yeah, a few mutas being bled off just to buy time here. And another Overlord going down, but not being supplied block. Oh, Scourge coming in. They do get one Corsair.
Yeah, one Corsair is not enough. Oh, here comes some more. There's 3 Corsairs now. And the Natural is actually still naked right now, by the way. There's one cannon just warping in, but the Mutas did not decide to come back.
The Mutas is a bit unsure about what to do. Probably waiting for more Scourge here, I believe. Not going for the counterattack either. Not, of course, you can't really know the situation at the Protoss Nat. Now, these 3 Corsairs coming in here, if they do get flanked by Scourge and Mutas, they are in a tough position here. Could go down, okay, being microed away. One does hit, one Scourge does connect here.
Yeah, it looks like the other 2 are probably going to connect as well.
The 2 going forward here. Oh, but Scourge are pretty down. One does get a connection. Okay, one more Stair goes down. 2
There's only one Corsair left.
Stair, and the Mutas are in the natural here, trying to get further damage. 3 Corsairs here, though, can fight decently, and one cannon has gotten back up. Protoss now getting that air weapon, just continuing to make Corsairs, really recognizing it's like an air battle here. But Zerg trying now, getting some drones, has that Evo chamber for Carapace, looking to get into, maybe transition this, maybe try and take back the 3rd base at some point. A drone going over to the left side, maybe trying to sneak a 3rd actually.
Oh yes, that's a good catch. I didn't notice that.
And behind this, Protoss on a very low gateway count is not going to have a big ground army.
Yeah, there's only 5
really
fellas here.
Putting everything into Corsairs and cannons right now, trying to hold against the Mutas. Yeah, and the 3rd.
I think you can actually maybe attack those zealots with the Lynx without the cannon reaching them. Maybe just barely.
Zealots could pull back, and that's a decent amount of Zealots. But the Lynx can get through here, as I said, like on the left here. The gateway is not tight. They do get into the main. Of course, there are cannons here, so the Lynx won't get much done. And I actually missed it at 6 o'clock as well. There's another hatchery, so Zerg looking to get up to 4 bases here. Needs to transfer some drones, though. Now, these Corsairs coming in, trying to chase the Mutas. We have a DT out. Looking to see if it can get any damage. Maybe it can confirm the 6 o'clock, but
look at all those Scourge, man. Look at that.
A lot of Scourge now coming in, trying to chase
whole
the
control group
away.
Of Scourge.
Yeah, and now Skimo really continuing with the anti-Muta play here. If you look at the Templar archives, we have Maelstrom coming for the Dark Archon.
Oh, Maelstrom. That's very good.
Yeah, Skimo definitely a fan of the Dark Archon. Not the most commonly seen unit. Oh, what are we? A 2nd Stargate and a Fleet Beacon here, really going heavy in the anti-Muta direction. But on 2 gas, I'm not sure if you can afford all of that, and still have a good ground army. Let's see how this will pan out. Very interesting play out of Skimo here.
Yeah, well, at the moment he doesn't really have much of a ground army, like you say, and
yeah, you have these DTs getting some map control, but no Templar, no Boots. Oh, and there's the Dark Archon being morphed.
Yeah, it's kind of the same for Zerg, but Zerg does have Hive on the way now.
Yeah, Blobfish liking that rather quick Hive, and I believe +1 Carapace is done, right? And +2 Carapace now coming in. So if they can get to that Hive, and with the Carapace upgraded Zerglings, that can be very, very efficient against the Protoss army.
Yeah, Skimo, yes, he finds that 9 o'clock base.
Right, but one Zealot here, stream of Lynx coming in, won't get too much done. Oh, more Protoss army coming over.
Yeah, especially since the Zerglings already have their Carapace.
Yeah,
but there's
they
a DT,
trade so
actually.
efficiently. Yeah, there is an Overlord next to it, but DT can be annoying here. Okay, Zergling's actually running away. This DT might be able to pick up the hatchery then. But now, Blobfish going for the counter. The Mutas are in the natural.
I think the Dark Archon might be taken out here by the Zerglings.
Yeah, the Dark Archon doesn't have energy just yet. I believe it's 100 for Maelstrom, right? Lynx get on top of the cannons here, just going for the kill move. And these Mutas, they can define against limited numbers of cannons. Now the Corsairs come in, they should be able to take out. Oh, the Maelstrom.
Oh, there it is.
there's the Maelstrom, although that was enough Corsairs to just handle them already. Now a stream of Lynx coming in here. Hive is done, Adrenaline on the way. Let's see if the Lynx can get anything done here. There's no Templar.
Yeah, and that hatch, by the way, did get taken out, but it was
Yeah,
just
the
a hatch.
DT
No drones were lost, so I feel like it's not such a big deal.
Yeah, Zerg, with this drone count, you're kind of fine on 3 base still, getting more hatcheries, powering. The Lynx trading here. Again, now the Zealots do have +1 themselves, but Lynx about to have +2. Getting some probes, forcing more cannons. A tough position. Blobfish really just sticking to the Lingmura, it seems.
Yeah, he's just hammering that natural, but now there's a whole bunch of DTs out.
Yeah.
And
DTs,
these Lings are not going to be able to do much
Lynx
against that. Yeah.
Yeah. We do have Lurker aspect on the way, actually. I missed that there even was a Hydra then, so maybe just ensuring that they can turtle if needed here. Take it to a long game, Lurker sunken, and just countering with Lynx, I assume. Meanwhile, we have Disruption Web coming up for these Corsairs. Lynx coming in through natural once again.
Yeah, but there's so many cannons here that...
Yeah, the cannons will eventually pick them up. They get a few of them, and they get one Zealot, but...
It's like half the Lynx are dead before they even reach the cannons.
Yeah, but look at this. It's just more and more Lynx. It's like... DT,
oh, he has the money for it, I guess.
DT picks off some on the way. I would... The Corsairs now, this big Corsair number, does have air control, so it can allow these DTs to be on
look
the
at
map.
these catches. All these Overlords getting caught by the Corsairs.
Yeah, getting good value,
He's got
but...
10 Corsairs now. But it looks like these Lynx have actually managed to breach all these cannons here now.
Yeah, but the ground battle and these Lynx getting in, getting a lot of probe kills now, forcing even more cannons. It's
There's
like...
still just 2 cannons in the main, and they're not actually some cities, so...
yeah,
at the moment...
This is like, maybe this is the wave that broke... Oh, the Corsairs now going for all of the Overlords in the natural layer will be able to get a lot... Will supply blobfish behind us, but some Hydras do hatch. You can try to pressure them away, and meanwhile, a lot of damage done in Skimo Snap. Going down,
yeah.
the wall going down.
And maybe this is all all Blobfish needs to do, because the main is completely mined out now.
Yeah.
At the moment, he can't mine from his natural.
Yeah, we'll have to transfer these probes over, but there's not a lot to defend here. Like, sure, some DTs can do that, since Skimo has all the map control, killing all the Overlords. Ooh, Skimo trying to be sneaky and taking this other main location here. I'm not sure if the Overlord spotted that. Some Hydra moving over, so maybe... Now it seems like Blobfish rallying Hydras up towards the natural here.
And this is actually a formidable army.
Yeah. A lot of Overlords coming with it, Hydras trying to protect them against... Oh, but they're re-commanding, and the Corsairs getting on top of a lot of the Overlords here. Some might still survive, but this is... I'm not sure if you... Okay, losing a few Overlords here, but also losing some Corsairs. If you lose all the Corsairs here, that's not a very good position either for Protoss, but this is... I suppose if every Overlord goes down, the DT can save the natural, but instead... Oh, D-Web coming down, but the big late, unfortunately, all the Corsairs do go down, and there's still more Overlords here against the DTs, so the Hydras can continue on with their push, it seems like.
Yes, it's very easy to replace Overlords. I mean, it's expensive, but all those Corsairs are a lot more expensive than that.
Yeah. Now, still producing them out of double Stargate here, but off of one base mining, that also cuts a lot into the gateway production. There's actually nothing being produced out of these gateways right now, just spending everything in Corsairs.
I think the Hydras can just run over this natural now.
Yeah, once the Overlords get in position. Okay, some more Corsairs coming out, maybe looking to pick up all the Overlords so that the DT can do the job here, but Lurkers being more Overlords coming over.
Oh, you need to get one Overlord over these Hydras and you're okay. Oh, actually, you don't need that anymore.
Yeah, just goes for the
Hydras are good enough by themselves.
The Hydras just wide walk past. Now probes trying to transfer over to the third. There are Hydras outside there, but one DT just being so annoying at the other natural there. So Protoss lives for now, has a mining base technically. Oh, probes being picked up during the transfer here. Oh, that's so rough. you make it through, but this really hurts even more the Protoss economy. And now Zerg just continuing to make Hydras, getting a 4th base up, but this is a very tough position for Protoss to come back from, I think.
Schemo doesn't even have money to remake the Nexus in its natural, let alone defend it.
Yeah, we'll have to long distance mine there. I got some probes idle in the main, can use those. Actually moving more of them over, looking to get them into the other main.
I like this counterattack with these DTs in the 6 o'clock base. Actually,
yeah, just trying to get a lot of value, but there is a Spore and a Sunken, won't be able to get much done. And now, a few Hydras outside this base here, but there's a lot of cannons. Don't think you can breach it. Coursers going down though. They aren't cheap. Oh, Diva coming in, gives the Coursers some room to work with. DT's now coming in, should be able to clean up these Hydras. And the Overlords do go down. Nice trying to get value out of the few units which he does have, but this is still just a fight against a swarm, really. Even though the drone count isn't huge at 35, it's like in a less chaotic game. This is not a very big eco Zerg, but in this game specifically, it feels like it. It really feels like Protoss is fighting against a huge swarm here. And now Lurkers are done, moving over to this other main location here. If they can get a Lurker contain up and keep the Overlords alive, that's just a real stranglehold on the Protoss player here.
Yeah, I think this is good game sense from blobfish. He knows that the only thing he has to do is kill this base.
Yeah. Coursers coming in, trying to get the Overlords here, but it's not enough. The Coursers do go down. Skimmel taps out. And that will be 2-0 for blobfish then, taking it in strong play. First game going for the early Hydras, and this game going for the Mutas after getting damage done with the Lynx. It seems like the Lynx did a good job early on in both games.
Yeah, definitely. And Schemo did mention to me that he had some trouble with his hotkeys during this game. That might have made it a little bit difficult to play or something.
Yeah, I mean it's tricky. Like just when you can't be,
when
you can't be comfortable, it's really difficult to get everything done. StarCraft is a really mechanical game.
So let's go on to the next game. The next game is going to be a PvP.
Ooh, the gentleman's matchup.
Yes, that's going to be my most the matchup in which I have the most expertise out of all of them.
Right.
Let's get started.
Yeah, 4-player map first.
So this is in the top right corner. It's 2T3T, or iamsacul, I think his name is.
Indeed. And in the bottom left, in the magenta once again, for lettuce attack, it's FridgeRaider, also for Clan Nom.
Yeah, it seems like almost everyone's from Nom.
Yeah, got a lot of people in there. Active clan. They have, I think they have quite a lot of games going on and like tournaments and stuff, so it's an active environment for sure. So, PvP, 4-player map, there is that, you don't have that first scout guaranteed like on a 2-player map, so that can definitely influence the matchup. Let's see what the players choose to go for here.
They go for a pylon.
In the main, that's already
what they go
that's already
for.
A decision, you know?
Yes, that's true.
Both players building it in the main. This is cross spawns, which does increase the rush distance, making something like a 10-12-2 gate just that a bit weaker, because the cells will of course arrive a bit later, gives a 1-gate player time to, they will have the first goon out, and the second goon will be quite a bit on the way. Let's see here if it's going to be 1-gate or 2-gate from these players.
Just 1 gate for now for FridgeRaider, and I think same for iamsacul.
Indeed, Sakul going for the earlier scout after gateway. It's a bit like every player has their own preference on scout timing. I find in PvP, some scout after gateway, some after gas. We do have that 2 gateway from FridgeRaider into the scout, the 10-12. Very potent build.
Yeah, with
Partially
gas coming
because
up for Sakul.
yeah, and the 1 gate gas from Sakul into a core here on 13. So the very textbook build from Sakul, and then the slightly more aggressive build from FridgeRaider. Definitely possible to macro out of this, though, especially if you go with gas after 3 zealots. And part of the power of this 2 gate build is that you are yourself quite fine against an opponent going 2 gate or a proxy 2 gate. So it's I can understand wanting to both put on the pressure and also potentially be safe here.
Yeah, and it looks like FridgeRaider manages to prevent the scout.
Right.
Very nice.
Has the zealot at the right position. This probe not really sure about what's going on, and we do have the gas behind this for FridgeRaider, so looking to get into goons. Now Sakul did go for the first zealot here, which is really helpful against.
Oh, and the probe gets in.
Oh, the probe gets in. Probe gets in, sees that this is 1 gate, and I believe, yeah, FridgeRaider will move out now with the 3 zealots. Does get the probe, very nice. And now this becomes a micro battle here because Sakul didn't go for a second gateway, might go for battery here at the front.
Yes.
Yeah, indeed. And this is going to be a micro battle here. How much the goon is able to kite, really, and get pot shots off on these zealots before they get into the base.
Yeah, you really need to just produce goons, and then your DPS becomes really high.
Also, this probe being really annoying here. Get the mana pylon off inside.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Very nicely done there. Huge annoyance now. That one probe is stuck. Gets one out. But
FridgeRaider is in the chat right now, actually, and so this is like a FridgeRaider's moment of triumph.
Didn't get any potions up, and they just go straight past, ignoring the battery. I'd say that's the right call when you see a battery. Just goes past. Just go for the probe damage here. Bit of a drill coming out of Sakul here. They've already got a few probes. Another one goes down. This is huge probe damage already from FridgeRaider. 2 zealots do go down, but even more probes going down right now. I think that was at least 4 probes, 4 or 5 probes. Look at this worker difference here.
He's actually not.
Wow,
he's actually not picking off the pylon, which is I was expecting him to go pick up that pylon right away, but
yeah. Now, Sakul thinks that okay, picked up the zealots here, can go for a counterattack, but this is the wonder of the 2-gate build. How the timing works out. You will have two goons on a ramp, and pretty soon there will be 4 goons actually. So it's going to be really difficult to try and push up here. Yeah. And meanwhile, this pylon is just really hurting the mining back at home.
It's really painful. He's actually not picking it off at all. He's just going to try to... it almost looks like an all-in from here.
Well, it looks like it. The goon is being rallied, but it's still like just 1-gate production. He might go into Robo from here. Tries to go up the ramp here. Has the Zealot, which tanks quite a bit. Gets 1 goon, but now the goons have come out. This is 3-gate actually from Fridge, but not really producing from 2 of these gateways. So Sakul gets in here, gets some decent damage. Probes picking away at the goons, but 2 goons do go down here, I believe. And now Ken Micro still has the Zealot alive, which forces the goon to kite. And now Sakul can get some probe kills, forces further probe pull, and while Fridge is still ahead in workers here, this is quite good damage all in all from Sakul here getting up this ramp.
Yeah, this is way more damage than I was expecting.
Maybe Fridge missed goon production for a bit. Oh, 1 goon gets a bit stuck there, probes chipping away at it. But now, I think these probes were called to drill onto the manor pylon, but they haven't been turned back. In the middle of the map here, we have a bunch of probes from FridgeRaider just going across. I think Fridge Drill tried to pull them to the other mineral line while they still had vision from the manor pylon, and now hasn't turned them back yet. Notices just now and turns them back. But now there are goons here, can try and take pot shots, actually moving away, might get 1 probe here, and behind this Sakul going for a Nexus, and with a Forge against potential BTs here, but still behind in the workers here. And Fridge with the 3 gateways, Sakul is going to need quite a few cannons to hold potential attack here, but we actually see another Nexus going out instead on Fridge's side, but still trying to put some pressure on using this 3 gateway timing.
Yeah, there's a lot of goons going across the map now.
Indeed, and okay, we have a second cannon coming up here, like a bit further at the front, and a battery, but with just one gateway production, I think this is going to be really difficult to hold.
Yeah, at the moment,
for
FridgeRaider is only
Sakul.
producing from one gateway, though.
Yeah, but now this forward cannon can get picked up here. That placement's not really too fortunate. A bit of a heal coming from the shield battery. The next is done, but now it can even poke at the pylon here, forcing Sakul to engage. Oh, one goon goes down for each, but Fridge has the potential to rally further, and Fridge also has the scout here, sees one gateway production only. So if Fridge is on top of their own production, they can continue the aggression here, I feel like.
Yeah, with Sakul making a second pylon behind that cannon. Realized that having one pylon there is a little dangerous.
Trying to get further cannons up. Probe count evening up a little bit here. But this is still a bit of a dicey situation here. Okay, Fridge gets another goon off, picked off. Microspect the goon at the bottom there.
Nice use of the battery.
Yeah, nice use of the battery. Gets one extra shot to trade 1-for-1 goon there, and it looks like maybe Sakul will be able to stabilize and hold this Nexus. But now Fridge's Nexus is done. Needs to transfer probes over and get that mining going to get more efficient mining here. And then Fridge can still play this out, I feel like.
Yeah, Sakul has managed to recover quite nicely, I think. His probe count is identical to FridgeRaider's, and he looks to be safe.
Yeah, Sakul was able to produce from 2 Nexuses, and maybe Fridge thought they would be able to get a kill here, and went a bit more all in.
Yeah, then again, there's more goons coming across the map now, and it's actually going to be quite a lot of goons here.
Can still contain here. There's no robo coming in, but from Sakul to get any Reaver play, Fridge saw that for a long time. Just more gateways here from Sakul. These goons are at the front here. Fridge moving up and looking to pick up the goon there. Gets one goon. Now going for the cannon here. This is still a lot of pressure, as you said here, and Sakul moving down, trying to pick up goons one at a time, but the cannons have gone down. Sakul's goons going down as well now, being picked up one at a time, and now Fridge has free reign here, and Sakul taps out.
Yes, it was just a little bit too much. I thought for a moment that he was going to be safe, but with all those extra goons coming across the map, it was just too much DPS.
Yeah, just the 3-gate pressure here. Fridge a bit more on top of on having the gateway count. Sakul was on 1 gateway for quite a while, I believe, and Fridge also saw that with the probe. So even though Sakul stabilized the economy, just wasn't able to keep the Nexus safe. Like it's a bit of a trend in PvP that whoever takes the Nexus first, the one who expands first is under a lot of pressure, of course, to defend that. And if you're not confident in that situation, it can just be a bit of a trap, maybe even to expand quicker than your opponent.
Right. Yeah, it looks like 3 gateway play especially is just very powerful and very, very difficult to hold.
It is that, especially without any Reaver or without DT. Of course, DT kind of being the very binary counter to it, and then with Reaver, there's more micro to it. But 2-gate Reaver, something like that, can hold 3-gate play, especially with a battery. But let's see now. We're going into Sylphid.
Yes.
And mass goon play, I think mass gateway, mass goon is even stronger on this map, I believe, because of the lack of a ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see how this will go.
All right, let's get into it. All right, in the top, we've got iamsacul 2T3T for the Korean mechanics.
Yeah, and in the bottom left, in the magenta again, we have the stable colors here. For the lettuce attack and for Nom, we have FridgeRaider.
Yeah, the colors are looking good today.
Yeah.
I haven't felt the need to switch colors yet, so...
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we can.
I wasn't sure if you were on top versus bottom, actually. I had to check.
We actually do have a top versus bottom here, so we can switch the colors, but let's just get these. These are nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like playing with magenta or with black, but they're okay colors, I think, against each other here. So again, pylon in the main, no shenanigans right away.
It's kind of interesting that some people have their preferred color and they always pick that one color.
Definitely. Do you have one? Like,
I
one that you
don't-
will always...
Not really. I know that Light does this as well. Light is someone who always picks red,
Right, yeah, the red Terran.
the red Terran.
Yeah, I don't know. I like purple personally, especially for Protoss and for Zerg. I really like purple, so I usually end up picking those. For Terran, maybe I'm inspired by Light by it, but I often pick red for Terran.
Yeah, I think red is good for Zerg as well, and purple for Zerg.
Yeah, the
That's
German
the-
got good red.
Because
Yeah.
of the StarCraft 2 Zergs, they're or wait, I don't mean the StarCraft 2 Zergs. I mean the what's it called? The cartoon Zergs.
Right,
They
the
are
Carbot.
purple, right? Yeah, the Carbot Zergs.
Yeah, they are. I think like purple is also isn't purple the color you have in the campaign, like in the Brood War campaign?
Yes, I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we have one gateway gas here for both, but Fridge going for the. Okay, this is Zealot first, Zealot core Zealot maybe out of Fridge. So
Yeah,
gonna have a bit of a
'cause-
quicker Zealot here. From FridgeRaider, can put on some pressure with that, or just maybe hoped to be safe against the 2 gates. But
Yeah.
we do see 1 gate here from Sakul.
One gate and 4 coming up.
Indeed.
Yeah, I feel like in the
Yeah.
last game, it's just really problematic when you're Protoss and you're building cannons. It feels to me like you don't really want to be building cannons in pretty much any situation, unless you really have to.
It's tough. I mean, unless you're doing like a DT build and don't want to die to DT yourself, but just
Right,
cannons aren't. Cannons in small numbers don't trade very efficiently against Protoss units. Not unless it's like on a high ground, like a high ground expansion with 3 cannons on it. You're really gonna struggle to break that. But yeah. So Bridge went for the Zealot core Zealot here, I believe. So we'll be able to deny the probe scout because this was a last scout, unfortunately, from Sakul. And now Fridge can choose to do pretty much anything out behind this.
Oh, there's a pylon going down.
Oh,
Good
Pylon going
indication.
down. Pylon. Indeed. So will this be proxied gateways for like the heavy gateway pressure? Will this be a Citadel? I think they would go for. There's the Citadel in the main, as I say that.
Ah, yes. there
And
it is.
just gonna use this pylon to get the DT out just a bit quicker than since they were able to deny the scouting anyway.
Yeah, and Sakul has not had a lot of luck with scouting.
Yeah, really unfortunate with the second scout here. Going for the goon range and a second gateway here, so we'll have a bit of a timing here because with obviously Fridge is not getting goon range right now, and we'll probably have a lower goon count, so there will be a bit of a time. Robo coming down. Let's see if this will be in time. I think. Let's see if this will be in time. Templar Archives going down just now for FridgeRaider here. And it's going to be 1 gateway proxy here, not like 2 gateways or anything. I think this will be a DT expand build eventually.
Yeah, I
Behind
think
us.
for now you only need 1, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Get the
1
damage done early.
can be all you need. Now, of course, if these units move out here and see it, it's difficult because if you move out here, you might be worried that okay, maybe goons will catch you, but
Yeah, I've seen this.
Sakul doesn't see this.
I've seen this
can be
proxy
dicey.
location a few times, but I've never seen anyone actually check for it in CPL.
Yeah, I mean it's difficult. Like now,
But
the
he is getting an
observatory
observatory. Yes.
Yeah, observatory is going down, but DT is already 40% done or so. I believe with this proxy, the first DT can get in before the observer will be out. Now, I think they will be able to get out from the observer here, but let's see how much damage this DT can get done.
Yeah, I wonder, maybe he's going to be just in time, but I hope that he doesn't rally the observer to the opponent's base.
Yeah, that's a way to lose the game, especially like if there are follow-up DTs and you send the observer out after clearing one. They can do a lot of damage. Now the DT is coming in here, gets into the base unspotted, picking off probes, but the observer is already out. Let's see how many more probes. That's a lot of probes still going down. There's going to be 6 probes, 7 probes have gone down, 8 probes, 9
probes.
go down
Wow.
just with one DT. And there's another one in the natural.
Yeah, there's a 10th, yeah.
Yeah, and as Sakul's Nexus goes down, meanwhile, Fridge's Nexus already like 40% done here. So big eco lead
Cannons
out of
being
this
made
opener.
now.
Yeah, just to be sure, safe, not just against the potential DT, which would be unlikely seeing the obs, but just against the higher goon count. Okay, DT picked up here. Now, of course, the question is like, are there more DTs out on the map? Do you feel confident to move out? We have more ops coming, so maybe confident enough. Okay, we'll see this proxy here, so we can take that out. And another observer is at Fridge's now, but we'll go down to the cannons, unfortunately.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Yeah.
So the proxy will go down.
Probe transfer now
Okay.
to the natural.
Yeah.
Looks like the Nexus is finishing.
Yeah, Fridge going into Storm here, very standard. Storm is a good way to deal with Reaver, which would be a potential way to bust this earlier Nexus. So, all looking very, I would say, a pretty, besides the proxy, looking like a pretty standard DT expansion build from Fridge here. And now,
Yeah, I see that the Reaver is in
Sakul
production right
going
now.
for standard Reaver, but it's just so behind on the economy.
Yeah, he is behind more than 10 probes.
Yeah, it needs to get good value out of this Reaver. Of course, the Reaver, a very strong unit, can get a lot done, especially if you have a drop that goes unnoticed, although we do have a cannon in the main here for Fridge. Thinking about that. Goon range only now being started though, and that's kind of the timing here, which Sakul can try to use. With a Reaver and a shuttle now coming, and more goons and goon range. And
There's that Reaver
yeah,
crawling across the map.
we see further gateways coming from Fridge here, going up 3 gateways. Sakul on 2, of course, with the weaker eco here. And yeah, the shuttle is about to pop, and I believe Sakul will move out with 1 Reaver and a shuttle here. But of course, caster pairs, let's see. Loading up the Zealots as well.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Let's see what this can get done. We'll actually have 3 storms here, almost 4 storms here. This one Templar almost has 150 energy, so that's
Probe actually
depending
sees the
on how
shuttle.
these storms land, can shut down the push here.
Yeah, that
But-
scout on the shuttle was quite nice. He knows that this is coming now.
Yeah, the shuttle actually trying to go into the main. There are some goons here. Shuttle backing off. Goons not able to get any shots off. They don't have goon range just yet. Oh, these goons poking in, taking some cannon fire. 1 does go down. Not really what you want here. And now Sakul being a bit unsure whether or not they want to commit, it seems like.
Yeah, I don't know if you can actually, like, you can break the front, do you think?
With
doesn't
this
seem
many
like it.
storms, I think it's going to be very difficult here for Sakul, unfortunately. We have
Yeah.
some goons out on the map, maybe looking for any hidden bases, or, you know. And behind this, Fridge just expanding the gateway count with the eco lead here, while Sakul is still on 2 gateways, unfortunately. Really won't be able to keep up here in the macro. Now, of course, Fridge doesn't have an ops yet for themselves. Doesn't know if Sakul went into DTs of their own, which could be a possibility, so they're not moving out yet. Kind of respecting that, I believe.
Yeah, and they are both getting their upgrades as well right now.
Right.
Yeah, the plus
Getting
1
that
weapons
+1
and
yeah.
FridgeRaider
Weapon
actually
up-
getting lag speed as well.
Yeah, when you have that Templar tech, Speed Zealots are very good against the goons. Not great against Reavers. Reavers can beat Zealots, but if speed zealots just can get on top of pure dragoon armies, they do so well here. Now Sakul adding the gateway count. Good to see that. Picking off some of these scouting pylons. These pylons here are very nice to be able to spot any shuttles, but Sakul's picking them off. And trying to take a third base here behind this soft contain. Now the question is if Fridge is able to break out here. Oh, shuttle coming in to the natural here. 2 Reavers being popped off. Fridge not noticing immediately, gets some damage but picks up again. I think got like 5 or 6 probes there maybe.
Yeah, the probe difference is very small now. It's only 3 probes.
Yeah, that was a good drop here, since Fridge didn't really notice that, even though the entire army was right in the vicinity. And now Fridge killing some of their own cannons, moving out here.
Yeah, but Fridge's army looks really strong.
Yeah, this is a very scary army
here.
Yeah,
these Reavers are gonna have to make the difference here.
Yeah,
there's more goons coming out from Sakul though.
Yeah, but look how much Templar energy there is. Even got the Khadarian ammo. Oh, picks off the shuttle with 2 Reavers in it. That's a huge loss here. Very difficult.
Yeah, that's almost game-ending damage. That was a lot of yeah.
That's a lot of value. That's so much value. Oh,
look
huge
at that storm
here on Sakul's boots. Now it is a bit tricky to move up into this, but this is not a high ground either, so not getting huge storms here. And just these Templar really making the difference. They banked a lot of energy, and the snipe on the Reaver and the storms here. And Sakul just taps out. 2-0.
Yeah, that was a really incredible attack by FridgeRaider, and getting that shuttle. Yeah, that's just
Fridge really getting a lot out of their build choice here. The proxy DT getting a lot of damage done. And then just being able to use the storms that they had banked up to take that one big engagement. And Sakul trying to take that third, was in a forward position, and with those fat storms and being in that forward position, just being taken out.
Yeah,
2-0.
Just very good control. FridgeRaider is actually in the chat saying that the shuttle pickoff was more luck than anything, but well, you don't have to sell yourself short. It was very nice.
Yeah, it's so many PvPs where you just find that your shuttle, because you usually have it in a different control group, right? From your main army, and then you move it just a bit wrong and can really make the difference.
Right.
Unfortunate there, really unfortunate. So...
yeah, we've got our next match, which is Leonix.
What's this? So that leaves us with 2 wins so far for Lettuce Attack.
Oh yes,
strong start. This match.
Yes. Yeah, I actually think that's obviously I'm from Lettuce Attack, so I'm a very biased caster. But I think honestly that our tier 2 is a very strong tier 2.
I see. Yeah, I see some. Definitely, I recognize names here, both from the chat and from Ladder.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, also Korean Mechanics. No, I've played quite a few of these players before in the CPL. No slouches either. So let's see if they can take it back here.
Yep. Our next match is Leonix versus GeforceTesla. So let's get into it.
Let's go.
The bottom right corner, it's GeforceTesla for Korean Mechanics.
And in the bottom left, in the blue, for Lettuce Attack, it's not Leonix, but Leonix.
Yes, I don't know if there's a difference, but yeah.
On that BSL tag.
Yes.
So, ZVP Polypoid again. Let's see if we see a repeat of the builds from the first game, or if we'll see something completely different.
Yeah, I will say that Leonix is someone who practices a lot and is very deliberate about their build choices, about how they approach each matchup.
Right. Does that mean that they're tricky in terms of like trying to mix it up, or just having very solid kind of basic builds, in your opinion?
Yeah, I would say very solid macro builds, and just someone who thinks a lot about who am I playing, what are their strengths, what can I do, how do I transition, what are my options, and that sort of thing.
Yeah. I believe I played GeforceTesla PvP once in CPL, but obviously you can't really apply that too much to PvZ, such a different matchup. It looks like they're going for the Forge expand here with that early pylon scout. And now this probe moving out here.
There it is.
And there it is. And meanwhile, Leonix going for that 12 hatchery.
Yeah, so everything looking perfectly normal.
Yeah, hiding the drone for a bit against the first scout. Now this does look like it will be a last scout here from GeforceTesla. And that is a bit unfortunate. Of course, this is perfectly playable, but if GeforceTesla wanted to cannon rush here against the 12 hatchery, they're gonna have like just that much less time to do so. And we see the cannon here coming out as they didn't scout Leonix just yet.
Yeah.
We have the cannon before Nexus, which is really not what you would want if you knew that this was 12 hatchery, unfortunately.
Yeah, meanwhile, Leonix managed to get that scout with the Overlord.
Yeah, just a bit of scouting and bad luck here. It happens. It's just part of how the map and the matchup works out. But definitely still playable from here for both sides.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice at least that there's not a 9 pull or something heading straight for your natural.
Yeah. We have the third hatchery before the gas here. Now we saw this against the gateway expand earlier, and now we see the third hatchery first against Forge expand. Does that tell you anything about how Leonix wants to approach this?
Well, to be honest, I'm not completely sure. I do know that there's styles where you actually delay your gas for quite a bit, including even getting 5 hatches before gas.
Right.
So I'm not entirely sure how that pans out in this situation.
Okay, I mean, I would assume it has to do with like it affects your layer tech, I assume, or maybe this will be Hydras since it's the later gas. We'll have to see here.
Yeah, that's true. You don't need a lot of gas for Hydras.
Let's see here. We do not know just yet. We have a few links out, just trying to look for any scouting probe. Core going down, worker transfer, all looking very standard so far. And there we have it. In the main, we have the Hydralisk then.
Yeah, there it is.
And with these 2 probes, not directly on the ramp, but basically looking to pick off any probe scout, trying to get up the ramp here, looking to hide that, of course, for as long as possible.
Yeah, and this looks to me like a very nice position also for the third hatch to rally Hydras to the natural.
Yeah, with the third hatch a bit closer, you can try and suspect that this will be Hydras from the Zerg based on that, but at the same time, this is just a good defensible position, right? So you can't really assume right away. Oh, the probe does get in though, actually. Those links
nice
weren't
scouts.
really
very nice scouts, yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Sees the Hydralisk then and gets the probe out as well. Those links weren't completely like blocking the ramp, and so the probe just wide walks in, glides in, and sees the Hydra then.
So more cannons coming down now. Just one for now.
And we do have the Citadel first here, not going for the Stargate. The Overlord does see this. So while with the Citadel here, you can get speed lots and maybe Templar or DT quicker. This also means that you don't have the Corsair to check whether or not this is a heavy Hydra pressure or just a few Hydras into drones. So we'll have to see here. GeforceTesla will have to use this earlier tech timing to get an advantage against the Hydras.
Yeah, there's a lot of Hydras coming out now.
We only have 2 cannons though. Still, I feel like this is a bit late on the additional cannons here. Now we do have some Zealots which can buy some time here, and the cannon in the back here is a bit difficult to snipe, especially with this gateway further forward, but I think they will need a few more cannons coming soon though. Range
is
still on the way though.
It's still on the way, yeah. Speed is already done.
And the cannons are coming up now, so I think while Leonix can't poke at the wall here, so it's not in hold position, taking some damage too, I think they'll be able to get up the cannons. needed. Oh, actually going in for the snipe here. Probe's not being pulled. Zealot's on hold position now. Instead, not really blocking, and they do pick up one cannon here, taking some more damage. Going further in, Probes being pulled, gets the second cannon. Now these 2 more cannons are done, but they're just one more goes down, and while these Probes force the Hydras away here, this is really scary. There's more Hydras being patched, range about to pop now, and more cannons going down. Will this be enough?
Yeah, especially since range just finished, and it was very impressive actually to get those snipes without range.
Yeah, First Templar is out. Storm not done though, and
I think if he goes right now, he can just take this down, right?
4 cannons, I don't think is enough here. Now, GeforceTesla doesn't know this, doesn't have a probe up, doesn't have a Corsair, sees a lot of Hydras though, and they just move in here. There's no Zealots in the way, no probes being pulled. Cannons going down, Storm isn't done, probes now being pulled, but I think they'll just be able to focus down all the cannons here. And this is a really tough position now. 75 energy on the Templar. Storm is done. Let's see if there can be some money storms here, but being forced to pull away. One storm does go down. Leonix pulls away a bit. There's one more storm now on another Templar, but the natural has been breached, it seems like. And just more and more Hydras coming out here. Yeah, going for the Nexus now. Another storm done in 5 seconds, but just 2 gateways here, and GeforceTesla taps out. Strong Hydra pressure here from Leonix.
Zasagi, says Schemo.
I don't know. This is the tricky part about going for this no Corsair response.
Yeah,
if you can make use of the early storm or get a lot of speed lots, then it's good, but you don't really know if it's all in or not from the Zerg.
Yeah, and that was, I think, a very well executed Hydra bust.
The timings were on time. Also, just knowing when you were able to go in and pick off those early cannons.
Yeah, especially since range wasn't done yet, so that was impressive.
Yeah, off of no range, that was very nice. So 1-0 for Leonix.
Yeah, I was just thinking that
doing well.
We haven't actually seen Butter yet.
Yeah, we haven't yet. It's been. Let's see if we can get a 3rd game in this series. Now we are on Neo Sylphid, which I think Hydra busts are very strong on. It depends a bit on the spawns, how Protoss feels about walling here, but I think Hydras can be very powerful here again. So let's see how this goes.
Alright, let's get into it. Alright, in the left side of the map we've got Leonix.
And in the bottom right, as the green Protoss here, 4 Korean mechanics, it's GeforceTesla.
Now I gotta ask you, should we switch these colors?
Yeah, I think now we can go to top versus bottom here.
Yeah,
green versus olive is a bit more rough.
Yeah, we get the red Zerg and the blue Protoss. Those are nice colors.
Yeah, I mean, it's the staple RTS colors, aren't they? StarCraft 2 really made everybody familiar with this. I would say even more so than Brood War, actually.
Yeah, they come from Warcraft 2 originally.
Oh yeah, was red versus blue like the default there?
Yeah, and also teal, and then purple and orange, all the same colors in the same order.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
So I think it's kind of cool that this
color
choice from all the way back then is still being used today.
Yeah. We have the Pylon Scout again from GeforceTesla, so probably another Forge opener, but
yeah,
Leonix here. Leonix here, going for the 9 pool.
Yes.
Once again, 9 pool on Sylphid. Let's see, is this going to be gas? No, it's not. Always moment of suspense.
Yeah, I think the difference between a 9 pool and 9 pool speed is like, it's almost a difference between just a pressure opening and a cheese.
Yeah, 9 pool speed really is a bit more all-in, isn't it?
Yeah, you're so poor when you do it.
Yeah, now it is the second scout, once again, the last scout for GeforceTesla. A bit unfortunate, but with the Forge opener here, should be able to respond in theory here. With, of course, the most safest way to respond is with a double cannon. Some try to do this gateway and cannon response. A bit more difficult here, I think, because there's a lot of unbuildable terrain. Gonna have to pull quite a bit of probes. And GeforceTesla sees the 9 pool.
First cannon is coming up.
Yeah, but they can't afford the second cannon. Now sees the link. Oh, trying to block the hatchery here. Maybe didn't realize that this was a 9 pool. But now sees the links out, should trigger an alarm bell area. Yeah, and there's the second cannon going up, and the gateway actually.
Yeah, but the second cannon has only just started.
Yeah, maybe that's why they made the gateway now, to limit the surface area, because normally you can be fine without the second gateway, just making the cannon here, but pulls probes and has the second gateway, so second cannon, sorry. So all the wall is blocked. The scouting probe does go down, and there's a few more links here. But I think with 2 cannons here, and well, the probes are being pulled back now. Let's see. I don't think the 2 cannons can go down, but maybe the Leonix can still fight for a run by if they feel like it.
It's a lot of links, and they can just run in right now.
They are going after 3 hatcheries and a gas, but this is a quite heavy commitment, I have to say, compared to like the usual. Ooh, but okay, links. Moving up here, the Overlord sees no probes in the wall blocking.
Yeah, I feel like if he's gonna go, he's gonna have to go now, but...
Yeah, this is the time, like... Well, there's no zealot being started either. Bit of the second pylon wasn't done. But really, this is... Yeah, just letting... Okay, we have more links actually coming, so this might be a later all-in speed.
And there is just 2 links being made right now. Leonix was actually supply blocked for a while.
Link speed is coming. I think this will be an all-in with 1 speed is done here. Out of GeforceTesla, out of Leonix, I'm sorry.
Second gate in the main.
Indeed. Maybe wanting that extra zealot count against maybe suspecting that there are a lot of links there. But let's see how this will go. Okay, and we have a Hydra then as well. Off of 11 drones, gonna be 12 now, and more links being made. Just the aggression here from Leonix is...
yeah, this is super aggressive.
Is pretty insane. Okay, probes being transferred here. The first zealot is out. Let's see if they'll be able to block the wall here, maybe, but would need additional probes for that. Speed about to finish here, a few more seconds. We do have a Citadel once again here from GeforceTesla. Maybe that's just their style, to go for Citadel and skipping the Stargate. Now the speed is done here. Let's see. More links coming out. This looks very, very dicey here.
Yeah, there's almost nothing here.
Probes blocking the wall. Second
so many
isn't
links
out yet. Yeah, and now goes for it. Oh, there's even a hole. Yeah, between the port and the gate. But gets on top of the cannons here. Gets on top of the zealot. Probes being pulled. But this looks like it's too late. Another zealot surrounded. Going to pound on these probes here. And this is just so... This is over, I have to say. All the probes in natural do go down here. We have another gateway in the main. 1 zealot comes out, but GG. Links coming into the main, and GeforceTesla taps out.
Yeah, I think this was this was very ambitious by GeforceTesla. Not really respecting the possibility of links.
Not respecting, not realizing that Leonix just chose to go for such a committed single big all-in, because this is relatively late, right? I mean, after the initial things.
Yeah, it feels to me.
Went into 3 hatcheries, went and then speed, and then went for the big attack there.
Yeah, and Leonix was also supply blocked for a while, which actually slowed it down a little bit.
Yeah, but this came down also to the fact that GeforceTesla lost their scouting probe pretty early on. Wasn't able to keep scouting. Of course, it's difficult against 9 pool, but there wasn't speed for a while, so... But yeah, losing that scouting probe allowed Leonix to do that without GeforceTesla really knowing. And of course, if you assume that it's going to be that kind of all in every game, and then it isn't, you can be behind the deco. So just, yeah, Well done there by Leonix, taking that
Definitely.
one 2-0 quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, which means that our final matchup of the day is coming up, which is Manadog versus NiteKat. This is the honorable matchup, Terran versus Terran.
Yeah, the TVT, the Ted v Ted. Now, both of us know these players a bit, right? Both from like
Yeah.
being teammates and just hanging out in like Discord and so on. So I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, NiteKat, another streaming buddy.
Indeed, NiteKat also does some CPL casting.
So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Alright, let's have a look at the colors. It's a dark blue NiteKat in the top right corner.
Mm-hmm. And in the top left, in the yellow, or is it like a pale yellow? Yeah, either way, it's Manadog for lettuce attack.
Which color should we use? Should we use the...
Maybe top versus bottom. It's kind of difficult to read the NiteKat's name there.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, okay, now it's red versus blue, opposite.
Yeah.
Banad split coming out of
split
Manadog
GG.
Okay, I'm not sure if that's... I think that's more of like a banter GG than a actual GG.
Yeah, someone get an admin, so get him banned for chatting during the game.
We don't have Casper rules here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, SCVs are a fan of dancing.
SV Jumbi
Oh, playing with the Korean. So, okay. So these players, I think they do know each other quite a bit, so let's see if that doesn't just affect the chatting, but also the builds, the gameplay here. Now, 4-player map, TVT, polypoid, the very standard scenario. Maybe a bit more difficult to like split the map very quickly here. I was casting some TVT previously with Return, and like it seemed like on the 2-player map, it was a bit easier to just get that map split going on Butter.
Okay.
So let's see if we'll still have that on Polypoid.
Yeah, Polypoid is such a big map, and I can only imagine what a pain it must be to play a long TVT on a map that's this big. I mean, it's going to be mentally
really
exhausting, right?
Stamina.
And I wonder if that's actually going to affect the builds. Like maybe they want to try something a bit more aggressive.
Maybe
on this map.
We do see racks and gas here from both players. Nobody going for that CC first or racks expand.
Oh, and
Building
actually,
those barracks further forward to lift them, I would imagine.
Actually, some NiteKat and Manadog are in the chat right now, and NiteKat very helpfully pointing out that this is a dog versus a cat match.
Indeed, we have the
I hadn't even thought
battle
of
of the
but...
species.
Yes.
So let's see here. This is going to be a 1-factory expansion or a 2-factory pressure build. We have factories coming down here.
Getting some more spoilers in the chat. Don't look if you don't want to be spoiled.
Oh. Okay. Spooky. Manadog and getting the last scout here, it seems like, while NiteKat gets the first scout, even though they sent out the SCV a bit later. So definitely fortunate for them here. Should be able to get the SCV out here before. Oh, is this a boxer though? No, the SCV gets out.
Yeah, but their builds are identical at the moment.
Yeah. NiteKat able to get away with 1 Marine though, it seems like, only versus 2 Marines because they weren't scouting.
Oh, you're right. Yes. Yeah.
Tiny advantage there. Might be able to eke out like another Vulture or an SCV, maybe, or just an earlier command center. Yeah, NiteKat starts their CC and has their Vulture started. Yeah, as Manadog is starting theirs, but looking very similar so far. Definitely still anybody's game.
Well, with 2 Marines, you can pick off that barracks a little bit faster than NiteKat's not going to be able to scout.
Okay, now the scout's coming in.
That's when you pull off the Marine all-in.
Yeah, both players seeing that they are both expanding here. Yes. And let's see if this will be the very normal 3-factory Vulture, or if this will be like a tank play, or maybe starport even. So NiteKat in a position here. Looks like it will be 2nd factory going down. Looks in a position to make a 3rd one. we do see a second one from Manadog as well. And
Yes.
an eBay, actually. So maybe suspecting early... Maybe suspecting early rates here with this early eBay.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
2 vultures going out now. And be heading off to that natural.
Yeah, 2 vultures against 2 vultures and a marine here.
Would it be worth it to try to pick off that 1 marine just so...
you could try, and then I suppose you could go back and repair, but just playing safe here, just checked in, saw what was up, saw a similar vulture count, so it's probably similar builds. And this rack's now floating in. I guess the Marine's now going to try and poke at that. And we do have a third factory from Manadog after the eBay here. But this definitely leaves NiteKat with a bit of a vulture advantage, I think.
Yeah. Definitely, and the machine shop is spinning away.
Yeah, going for that speed first, which is the norm, I think, when you see vultures from the opponent as well, just be able to micro more efficiently, more effectively.
There's
we do have those turrets going down, so I think Manadog suspected raids here. Now this rack's coming in, we'll see the vultures eventually.
And this could be very dangerous, I think.
Yeah, completely equal worker count. Okay, now
you've got speed vultures now.
Moving out with the speed, Manadog going for mines.
Just has more vultures here.
Oh, vulture fight in the middle of the map. Just NiteKat with the moving shot and with the superior numbers here.
Yeah, this is almost game ending here.
Yeah, able to focus down Manadog's vultures one at a time, and this is very dangerous. Now pulling the SCVs here to fight, but there's only 1 vulture and Manadog. Lol, GG.
Wow.
Just the superior vulture count, catching Manadog in the out on the map there with the higher numbers, and just able to snowball that into a quick win.
Man, I mean, they say that Zerg vs. Zerg is a drunken knife fight, but this one looks even worse, man.
In this vulture stage, TVT can be like that as well, it seems.
So let's put a point on the board for NiteKat.
And for the Korean mechanics, that's their first one tonight, isn't it?
That's true, yeah, it is. It's been just 2 O's up to now.
Yeah, let's see if they can get the set here, or if we'll go into the first game 3 of the night.
Yeah, because we still haven't seen Butter yet, and actually kind of like Butter, so it's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, and maybe that can end up in that split situation which I talked about previously. But let's see now. We have Sylphid. Spicy map with the 3 players. 3 spawns.
Alright, and we've got actually the same colors as last time, so switching back to red and blue then.
We're not letting him have that.
Exactly. Got NiteKat in the top.
And in the blue, bottom left, we have Manadog.
Yeah, I think it's so painful to lose a game like that. It's
just on,
you know, you practice for a matchup like this. You have 1 week to prepare, and then it's just over in a few minutes because of one tiny mistake.
Yeah,
feels bad,
really
man.
Seemed like the build read was a bit off there, and that it seems like it cost Manadog the game, unfortunately.
Yes.
Oh, Sylphid here. As I was trying to say, with the 3-player, if 1 player gets the second main, of course that means then that the map can be split unevenly, unlike a 2-player or a 4-player map. Much easier, I would say, than, So I don't know if that will have any impact here, but... Ooh, this is a very early... This is barracks and refinery before supply depot from Manadog.
Yeah, extremely aggressive here.
Looking to get up to some shenanigans, I think.
Yes. Trying to give back the pleasure of losing a short game, perhaps.
Yeah, the barracks is in the main though, so this is rather just for a very quick factory, I believe.
Yeah,
rather
I would
than
think
any
so.
early marine pressure. and NiteKat meanwhile going for looks very standard.
Yeah, I suppose if you've just won a game like that, why would you play anything sneaky or risky?
Yeah, and then Manadog still hasn't made a depot and is now sending out 2 SCVs to the out on the map. There is that proxy spot, the proxy tree, as Skimmo likes to call it here.
Yeah.
And we do have 400 minerals. Oh, okay, factory going down in the middle of the map. And NiteKat sending out a scout. So will this be... Yeah, this will be 2 factories in the middle of the map here. Now let's see if NiteKat sees this with the SCV. Oh, looks like they will barely miss it going straight for the bottom right face.
Yeah.
Not checking the center first. And
I don't think he's going to see
their own
this.
factory, getting 1 Marine. Let's see if they'll go for 2 Marines or not. And they have pulled up gas, so I think they want to expand here, and that can be very dangerous against this early... I assume this is going to be very early vulture pressure out of Manadog.
Yes. I mean, there's not even space to build an add-on if you wanted to. Just that
no
tree
further gas being mined either, so it has to be no marine steel either. Now sending an SCV to scout here wants to find out where.
Just barely misses that other SCV, by the way. It's kind of dangerous if your SCV is coming from an angle that it should
that's a bit of a weird angle to meet an SCV at, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
just barely missed it though.
None the wiser. Now sending the other SCV, and this is 1 marine and 1 vulture CC here.
You know, man, I think we're gonna go to butter. I think
it does look like that. Now SCVs are pretty good. They do have a lot of 60 HP, but vultures, I don't know. Vultures are an even better unit than the SCV, surprisingly. Like, I know it's difficult to imagine.
I'm not sure if that's true though. I think it's actually
3 vultures now in the natural here, picking up the SCV. 3 vultures against 2 here, but get the first shot off. Microing back the 1 vulture here. 1 vulture goes down. SCV's being pulled, but now we have 4 vultures here.
I like that he pulls back to the natural there.
Yeah, pulled back to the natural to get some more space there. Picking up SCVs, there's still only 1 vulture. Vulture goes down. This is looking very dicey here for Manadog. The second factory not even close to being done. Vultures coming out 1 at a time here can be picked off. While Manadog has the eco to rally behind us, and GG.
Wow. Well, it's a very well executed cheese, I have to say.
Yeah. If you're just playing standard and not scouting for something like that, it can catch you off guard. And also with the 1 Marine there, I mean, I'm not sure if the 2nd Marine would have made a big difference, but that is a greedier variation of your opening as in TVT, so NiteKat being punished there.
Yes.
And then we'll go into game 3.
Let's see if we'll see any factories and locations they shouldn't be in.
Yeah, NiteKat also pointing out the last scout, of course. Of course, if you do scout a bit later and you also get the last scout there.
Yeah,
that's of course a big part of it, not knowing that it's coming.
Yeah, it's painful.
Because if you do scout first and see Iraqs and nothing else in the main, you have to assume something.
Alright, let's see if they can pull it back. Oh, they've got different colors this time. It's white and green. So in the top,
I think that's fine.
Yeah, that looks okay to me. So in the top we've got NiteKat.
Yeah, for the Korean mechanics. Now 1-1. And in the bottom right, for lettuce attack, in the green we have Manadog.
Yeah, I think NiteKat's gonna be on his toes after that last game.
Yeah, or might even want to pull out something funky themselves. We'll have to see.
You counter cheese to cheese.
Yeah. Now Butter does have a long rush distance. Not as long as cross map on a 4-player map, but pretty long. So
yeah, it always kind of surprises me how long the rush distance is. It doesn't look like it should be that long, but
no,
it is.
But yeah. Depot by the command center, neither player going for like attempting an early wall of some sort. I think walls can be a bit scary in PvT. Like, sure, you can hide stuff behind it, but they can also be vulnerable. So, and yeah, it's just efficient to put your depot here, I guess. Get that
See where they
mineral
want to go with
optimization.
from here.
Let's see. Racks in the main. NiteKat might wall off later here, though, with this barracks placement.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's possible here.
Although, I'm not sure. Racks, depot below our racks, I'm not sure. I know depot above our racks does wall, I'm not sure. We'll see.
Yeah, is it maybe possible that Manadog could do the same thing with 2 depots beneath his barracks?
Or maybe this is just to be like closer for when they pick the racks later on.
I think it probably is.
But, oh, now we have a deviation. Manadog going for the gas.
Oh, yes.
And NiteKat going for gasless, it seems like. At this level, it is tier 2, like, players do have a pretty good grasp of build orders, I find, even at this level, so this has to be intentional, I think. And yeah, it's SCV going out, 400 minerals. I think this will be an early command center.
Yeah, it's a gasless expand from NiteKat.
Yeah, Manadog, of course, scouts that right away, does have the earlier factory, but has pulled up gas here, so...
Yeah, and I'm not a Terran player, so I don't know if there's like something you can do this to punish this. It doesn't feel like there is.
Well, I think... I mean, I don't play Terran too much, but I think a lot of punishes to gasless expand I see is like, if you keep on mining gas to go for either an early starport. Oh, this SCV here in the mineral line from my NiteKat.
Oh, there it goes.
SCV of Manadog's. Very unfortunate there.
Oh my god. I don't know who wins, but the style points definitely go to NiteKat.
Yeah. SCV goes down there, but
the moral victory at the very least.
Yeah. But I was going to say that I suppose if you lean into like your tech advantage and keep mining gas here, either for a second factory or for a starport, you can abuse that. But Manadog instead just seeking to take the command center here, but it looks like they will be behind on the economy for a little bit at least. Although they are ahead in SCVs right now, just being consistent about producing.
First vulture going to be coming out.
Indeed, we have this wall at the front here with a bunker and the racks. So I don't think, and the SCV blocking, so I don't think a vulture can get in too easily here.
Yeah.
We have add-on coming and factory starting for NiteKat. Let's see what NiteKat chooses to do with this eco lead.
It's interesting to me that there's just 2 marines. Oh, actually, there's a 3rd marine already.
Yeah,
I think maybe 2 marines was not enough
for NiteKat. I think they will look to fill the bunker here just to damage any vulture run by as much as possible.
4 marines already. Yeah, I don't know how many marines you need in a bunker to prevent a run by from vultures, but
well, vultures are fast. I think it's more just about making it as painful as possible.
Right.
Yeah, 4 marines do a lot of DPS though, as I'm sure you know, like being a Zerg.
Yes, yeah. Definitely.
And we have 2 starports here from NiteKat behind it, and an add-on.
Yeah, there's one coming up for Manadog, but you're right, 2 starports.
Yeah, the Manadog starport is already done, so we'll have an early break here, it seems like, and going for mines, but these 2 starports can, if we have the air battle, NiteKat might be able to snowball that with the additional wraith production. Getting that second gas now, actually a bit earlier than Manadog. Looking to catch up on the later first gas timing. And it looks like tank wraith from both players actually, but it's going to be, of course, additional wraith production and cloak maybe even from from NiteKat. I'm sorry. We do have these mines out, which can kind of contain NiteKat for a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like it's blocked off the 3rd as well.
And Now this first Wraith is here, looking to get any worker harass damage.
Yeah, it doesn't do any scouting beforehand.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's... I don't think... yeah, Manadog didn't see the starports now. Oh, NiteKat gets the first shot off.
Yeah, so this Wraith has to run.
Even goes for the repair, yeah. Able to pick off the Wraith there. Unfortunate. Will be able to snowball that even further than the Wraith count. Manadog going into an engineering bay themselves as a reaction, I suppose, to the Wraith, but...
Yeah, a lot of Wraiths being made right now, and Cloaks being researched.
Yeah, NiteKat also getting that Academy. So, with the scans, I suppose both against potential Cloak from Manadog, as well as being able to clear mines with this with the concept here. Now, finds the floating racks here. Can pick that up quickly if it's in the air, of course.
Yeah, it's gonna go down very
Manadog
quickly.
lands that, it's gonna be much slower, but then the tanks can get to work. And eco-wise, it's only a single worker ahead for NiteKat here.
Yeah, it's looking good for him, I
Despite
think.
the earlier expansion. The question is though, will NiteKat be able to abuse these additional Wraiths?
Yeah, there are a couple of turrets coming up in Manadog's base right now.
Indeed, and going up to 3 factories, NiteKat still on 1 as they're spending all their gas, most of their gas. Oh, looking to move out now.
Yeah, it looks like at the very least...
the scan is done, but not scanning ahead here. Oh, there's some mines. Oh, tanks pick up one. One mine does go
look
up,
at that,
and
yeah.
third mine doesn't.
Huge damage.
Not in range. 2 tanks here at very low HP, but of course tanks not as slow at attacking as Dragoons are. Now I'm surprised that NiteKat is just going ahead here with these low HP tanks. He knows that mines are available, but not being punished for it, as there are no further mines placed on the map. And now Manadog has 4 tanks here, but it looks like, yeah, trying to use the air control here. Goliaths are out though, and there is a turret, but NiteKat looking to set up a bit of a contain here. Siege mode is not done yet though. I don't know if Manadog has siege mode yet. Going for Goliath range right now. Oh, 1 tank moving up here, bit ahead of turret coverage.
And Manadog is researching Goliath range. This third is going up.
Ahead in eco here, but this is a scary position. It seems like NiteKat wanted to have siege ready for this container. The scan goes down.
Here comes some SCVs to repair those tanks.
Yeah, and also maybe set up turrets here against Manadog's great game. Now, NiteKat sieging up. Manadog is not siege. Takes pot shots here. Of course, the Wraith providing vision here, while Manadog does not have the vision, and NiteKat getting very good trades here.
Yeah, those were almost
earlier siege and the vision.
I think he actually got no damage from the tanks at all. Did Manadog even get a single shot off?
Real damage here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Moving up now, Manadog not sieged. Another shot going off. Tank. Oh, 1 tank goes down there for NiteKat, but NiteKat just picking off Manadog's tank count. There's no tanks left right now, as I can see. There are some Wraiths and Goliaths, but this contain looks very scary now.
More Wraiths are even coming up.
Yeah, just looking to keep the air secured here is Manadog. Is NiteKat, sorry. Manadog trying to go for a dropship, but I'm not sure what that will be able to do here.
And 2 vultures get into the third, and this is completely naked.
Another tank goes down. Vultures spot the third here. Wraiths now trying to go for some SCV harass. There is a turret, there is 1 turret which will eventually force them away here. But NiteKat floating a lot behind this, like, of course a bit limited on the gas, but it's difficult to keep macro up here. But it looks like this container is just being reinforced here. More SCVs going down, some vultures coming in, Manadog's tank shelling away, and Manadog not feeling like they had it this time, and taps out.
Yep. Well, I think we've all had nights like that where we just we're trying to play, but we just can't play as well, even as our practice games. And Yeah.
Definitely.
Sometimes
It's
it happens like that. Yeah.
there's a lot of like variance to one's performance. I feel like it's so many factors can influence that, like busy days, distraction, or just not being. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it was a very good game from NiteKat.
Manadog felt like they didn't have it, but that was a hectic game. Both players going for like technical builds, I have to say, and NiteKat able to. I have to say, they weren't punished for that move out without scanning ahead as much. I mean, if that one mine to the left there also went off on those tanks and all those tanks went down, that could look very different.
Yeah, that's true. It's that was a bit of a quick move out and not scanning
Well, they
ahead.
had one scan actually, so they could have. They could have. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't want to be
yes,
like
it's true. Yeah,
criticizing here.
yeah,
In
yeah,
that
yeah.
sense, they had the tools for the move out, but just taking. There was like a slight risk there, which helped them definitely. But both players then going for those technical builds and maybe NiteKat executing it a bit better, realizing they had that opportunity to set up the contain with the added air control, maybe.
Yes, and maybe that third was also a bit ambitious from Manadog.
Maybe it could have been more factories. It's difficult to say. Like I saw dropships coming out. Dropships can be a way to get to play around a contain, of course, but it was a tricky game state. Maybe, yeah. If you're in CPL, I don't know how often you.
Yeah,
Depends on your practice, I suppose. If you're practicing more standard games, or if your practice is those kinds of weird openers.
Yeah, it's also
how familiar you are with them.
It's also hard for me to say anything about this because I'm not a Terran player and it's a little bit tricky to kind of figure out.
I dabble a bit into
the,
Terran, but it's not my main race either. So definitely feel free to.
There's definitely a lot of different
calls there.
Yeah, there's a lot of thought behind things like this. A lot of things to keep in mind, and it's hard to say.
Like in ZVZ, I can't comment much on the dynamics there either.
Yeah.
But there we have it. So NiteKat taking it 2-1 gets a point on the board for the Korean Mechanics in this tier 2 group.
And this was the first group cast for this matchup, so we're going to have the other tiers up as well eventually.
Yeah, and I think this was so this was the first group of this match. Let Us Attack Korean Mechanics. Currently then 3-1 for Let Us Attack as we go into the remaining casts. Of course, that's still a very open score. Anything can happen at this point still.
Yes,
both teams
definitely.
With a good shot at making it into the final.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, do you have anything else to add to this? What do you think about the games tonight?
I thought this was very high level tier 2 play here. Definitely probably some playoff preparation into the games here today. I mean, you can say that you felt like you played poorly. You can always feel that, but I think that there were just solid game ideas, solid game plans, and solid, maybe it's also because it's at the end of the season. They have gotten a lot of coaching, but I was really impressed with the games tonight.
Yeah, that's true. I think everybody has gotten a lot better. At least pretty much everybody I've seen who has remained active has really reaped the benefits.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you have to, at this point, if you are playing, you've probably been active throughout the season, so you've had the chance to improve, and I feel like I saw that.
Yeah, and I personally also have, for a lot of players, I have in mind, okay, this person's probably going to get promoted to the next tier next season.
Yeah, also, I believe Leonix won the King of the Tiers, right? For
yes,
tier 2?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, you were casting that, yeah. So definitely, I would not be surprised to see some players here in tier 1 or maybe even tier 0, depends, of course, on how much they keep playing in the off-season, but tier 1 definitely possible for many players.
It's absolutely possible,
good games. I really enjoyed casting. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was good to have you here, and it was fun to cast these games, and let's do it again sometime.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to. Do you know if there's any more casts coming up, like now in the coming days?
I actually think there is going to be another cast tonight. I'm not entirely sure what time, but...
Okay, so at like North American time then, well, North American evening, night time, I suppose?
Yeah, I think it's going to be quite late for Europeans, maybe like 1 or 2 a.m. or something.
Okay, so more like the usual CPL cast time then.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
so stay tuned for that, everybody.
Yes.
There will definitely be an announcement in the Discord.
Yes, but remember that sleep is important as well.
Yeah, that's also important. I mean, you can tell that to a staff colleague of yours before me, but yeah.
Absolutely.
It's easy to have these late nights if there's so much cool content to be watching. So
yeah,
we enjoyed the casts and take care.
Yeah, and that's true, especially of the playoff cast, because we do try to cast everything of the playoffs.
Yeah,
100% of the games.
Yeah, now that we are in this stage, the tension is high. We need to know what happened, not in detail, not just looking at some scores.
Yes. Okay, well, thanks for casting with me. I'm going to end the stream. And
let's see if there's anyone we can raid, maybe.
Yes, I've actually never raided someone before. Or actually,
you can just use the chat command.
I actually raided. I raided Shimmer at one point, and then and then it turns out he had his stream on, but his StarCraft was minimized, so there was actually just a blank screen.
That's unfortunate. Let's see here. It seems like Skimo is online actually.
Should we raid Skimo?
Fellow CPL caster legend, really has done so much solo casting throughout the seasons, and also for the RSL and others.
Yeah, he actually says he's doing a Korean Mechanics Rewind stream, so...
Oh, okay, he's on break. We'll be back 4 p.m. EST.
Right.
When is that?
So let's raid.
That's just now in a minute actually. So.
Oh, okay. So we can actually raid him because I wouldn't want to raid someone to like a rewind, but.
Yeah, no pressure now, Simo, to get back in there. But yeah,
let's raid Skimo then.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you online.
Yeah. See you around.